with meteorologist Julia Blanchett.
Good morning and happy Monday. Today on your Monday, you're starting off with a beautiful sunrise outside. This is a live look at the Grand Junction Airport, and we're looking out at Mount Garfield and some beautiful colors filling those skies. The cloud coverage this morning is dense in some spots, and it's definitely helping with the coloration of that sunrise. But what should you expect through your Monday? There's a few different factors in the forecast. We're seeing above average temperatures. We're seeing that morning cloud coverage we just took a look at, and we're also seeing light afternoon wind gusts. So you could see a light breeze this afternoon, but we're seeing a really warm and beautiful forecast. We're way above average in terms of those temperatures. We're above average today. 68 degrees is that forecasted high, and we should be much cooler than that. We should be around 59 degrees at this point in the year, according to our historical records of data for our areas. But again, it's quite the gap between 68 degrees and 59 degrees. So why are we so warm, and how long are we going to stay that warm? And the answer to the longevity question would be that we're staying warm for several days. We're looking at 68 degrees on your Monday. We're getting to 67 Tuesday, Wednesday 69, and then by Thursday about 62 degrees. So the heat is definitely here, and it is around to stay. We start to cool down once we reach Thursday, but in the meantime, we have some cloud coverage and we have a lot of warm weather, and it's all thanks to the high pressure ridge, which is dominating southwestern United States. Now, the southwestern United States is seeing a really big arching shape right here. You're seeing two separate high pressure ridge systems, which is recirculating air and making more of the temperatures a lot hotter. But we're also seeing a lot of inflow from the warm weather off the coast coming straight up from the southwest and hitting Grand Junction and western Colorado. So what does that mean? We're seeing something called warm air advection, essentially where we transport hot weather or hot air all the way to our state, and we only recirculate that air because, again, the high pressure ridge is impacting our circulation patterns. So we'll continue to see warm weather until these get out of our way and we start to see some switches in the forecast. So stick with us as we stay warm. Some locations could get as warm as 70 degrees today, which is why, if I haven't mentioned your location just yet, you're looking at 68 degrees in Grand Junction, and Delta gets all the way to 72 degrees. That's definitely a little too warm for our point in the year. Meeker gets to 67, Montrose gets to 68, and in the Cortez area also 70 degrees, so a really warm forecast. But overnight, Grand Junction stays at 40 degrees, so that's a big improvement, meaning tomorrow morning shouldn't be half bad on the way out of the house. And in Delta, 36 degrees, Montrose 38, Cortez 33, and all the way out in Meeker about 32 degrees. And those 7-day forecasts are really not filled with many surprises. 68 degrees on Monday, Tuesday and Wednesday. Again, warm weather sticks with us, and we don't start to cool down until we get to the end of our week here. So there is cooling on the horizon, but looking at the Montrose 7-day forecast, about 68 degrees on Monday, Tuesday 66, Wednesday 67, and then we eventually cool down by Thursday. But we do have a warm few days in store. And your Monday in Delta will be 72 degrees, Tuesday 71, and Wednesday 72 degrees again. So hot weather on the horizon, but we do cool down by the end of the week. And last but not least, Cortez is expecting 70 degrees on your Monday, on your Tuesday 68, Wednesday 67.